Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Liberty First Credit Union. Find out more at LibertyFirstCU.com. Teammates Mentoring. Join the team. Be a mentor. Visit teammates.org today. Tom Dinsdale Automotive. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Automotive is proud to be community driven. And by Midway Auto.
Welcome back to Championship Wednesday in the Tri-Cities as we welcome you to Grand Island's Ryder Park. I'm Ryan Valenta, joined alongside Lou Siefker for the winner-take-all game of the Senior Legion State Finals in Class A. It is Equitable Bank Post 211 out of Elkhorn North versus Carpet Land 500 out of Lincoln East. If you're just joining us, it was East getting the win over Equitable Bank Seniors, so they forced the winner-take-all game. And it's 7 innings to decide who is off to the Class A state playoff final. And again, if you're just joining us, we had a very slow-moving game at the start. Lincoln East scored early, and then the game kept dragging off a little bit. But then the game got sped up when Jack Oler, the Lincoln East starting pitcher, was cruising along through a total of 5 2/3 innings. He gets the win, and Elkhorn North needing just one win. Their backs are against the wall. The winner is off to the Class A state playoff. The loser's season is over. Ryan Valenta, Lou Siefker. Lou, we saw a great game in the first game, but before we signed off, I think our biggest question was still stands now. Does Elkhorn North have enough pitching to get themselves in the game, and does their offense have enough to get down this threatening Lincoln East
offense? Get them going. I think Oler was so dominant. I don't know that you're going to face somebody as dominant in this game. So I think you figure that your offense can give you a chance to win. The question, I think, is what you just said, is the pitching. Top pitchers, you can only throw so many innings, so many pitches, and they've got some guys that aren't eligible for this game, Elkhorn North. And so somebody's got to step up and come out and pitch really well. This offense for Carpet Land Lincoln East is very, very good. So you're going to have to pitch well to keep your team in this ballgame.
And let's check out our school spotlight sponsor, which is brought to you by Currency. If your business needs financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers, all you need is Currency. Equitable Bank Post 211 out of Elkhorn. They are the Elkhorn North Wolves in the spring. Population of just north of 8,000 and a record now of 35-8-19-1 with their loss previously in the game. And then over to Carpet Land, which is out of the capital city and Lincoln East. They are a population of the second largest in the state, just under 300,000, and Post 500, their Post, with a record of now an impressive 46-9-1 this summer. Introduce now your starting lineups, which are brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. So as you can see now, there is some rain in the area, so we're going to start this game with a little bit of drizzle. For Elkhorn North, they are the away team for the second game in a row. We're told that they were that, so that's what they preferred to do. Not sure if they were required to do that or if they wanted to do that, but that's exactly what happened here. So Keegan Drever will lead things off for Elkhorn North, followed by Jake Jansen, Ethan Asmus, Quincy Grabenstein, Ian Christo, Connor Werdeman, a new name in the lineup, Cam Schmeekley, Austin McMurtry, and Charlie Rieselman. Sam Hunsberger will get the start for Elkhorn North. We'll go over Lincoln East starting lineup when they come up, but they will go up with the arm of Grayson Bjorkman. Interesting name for him. He's mainly a pitcher for Lincoln East, and he will get the start in this contest and try and shut down this Elkhorn North offense, which has not exactly struggled, but they only scored 1 run last game and have only won each of their previous 4 games by 2 runs each. So it is Keegan Drever to lead things off. First pitch, just a couple minutes behind schedule. Not too much, though. At 7:42 p.m., rain, which we thought we were going to stay dry here, has come in Grand Island. And the second pitch hits him. So Keegan Drever gets on right away with a leadoff HBP.
Yeah, that one just got away from Bjorkman. And I think this is much like the first game for Elkhorn North for Equitable Bank. I think they need to start well early and put some pressure on this Carpet Land team. I don't think you want to fall behind and try to chase these guys. I think you want to make them be the chasers. We'll see how this first inning goes here.
So Jake Jansen will bat, and in the field in the last game, he had 2 errors in the first couple of innings, and then I marked at least 2, maybe 3 stars on my scorecard where he made an above average play. So he kind of made up for it late in the game. He's being asked to bunt. He pushes it down the third base line. It's fielded in fair territory and out at first base. Nice throw by Trevor Roach. I don't know about you, Lou. I thought he was going to let that one go foul, perhaps, but he does turn it into an out.
That's one of those you got to make the decision very, very quickly, and that's one that could have gone foul, but it could have rolled down that line too. So I think that you did what you had to do. You made the play. Sacrifice bunt does move Drever over to second base into scoring position, but I think that's the right move there, is to pick that ball up and get that out at first.
You just saw a close-up of the pitcher, Bjorkman. You could see the raindrops are falling in the area. It's a steady light rain, but we're going to play on for the moment. Ethan Asmus, who is the starting pitcher in Game 1, takes strike one. Calling the balls and strikes tonight is Dustin Moore. Down at first base, it's Corey Oldrich. Troy Lanham is at second, and Tim Higgins is the third base umpire. And we also have down the line umpires as well. So this is like a World Series game.
Yeah.
We've got 6 umpires in this game tonight. Chopper to third. Roach looks the runner back. Guns to first. Runner goes to third on the pitch. On the throw, rather, and in safely as Drever. Asmus grounds out, but advances his teammate to third. Now 2 outs.
Yeah, it was a kind of a risky play a little bit there going to third. Ball doesn't. If you make a bad throw, that run scores. But being aggressive out there defensively, I think you'll take that if you're Carpet Land.
Yeah, and if you're Elkhorn North, knowing that you only scored 1 run in the last game, you want to try and get every bit of offense you can, because you know this Lincoln East Carpet Land pitching staff is electric. Quincy Grabenstein will try and give Equitable Bank the lead here in the top of the first. Look at the numbers for Carpet Land. Their team pitching ERA mark is at 2.24.
Wow.
Meaning that they don't give up very many runs in 7 innings. Popped in the air, left center field. That's Dele Angelate out there. We called his name a lot in Game 1. I can't imagine we will not be calling his name a lot more in Game 2. He makes the catch. Nothing doing for Elkhorn North as the rain is falling in Grand Island. It's Lincoln East Carpet Land coming up when we return on NCN Sports.
This broadcast is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu and discover your path to possible. NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports for more highlights, interviews, rankings, and our full schedule.
Welcome back to Ryder Park in Grand Island, bottom of the first inning in this winner-take-all Class A National Division State Legion Championship game. Ryan Valenta, Lou Seifker with you now on this rainy Wednesday evening. Top of the order coming up for Carpet Land, and we saw in the first game they struck for 2 runs in the first. Just put the pressure on offense early and hopefully send Elkhorn North to their demise if you're a Lincoln East Carpet Land fan. Brody McIntyre will lead things off. The rest of the starting 9 is Dele Agelate, Carter McPeak, Carter Harms, Kalai Larson, Braden Erickson, Bryson Rhodes, Lewis Cockle, and Trevor Roach. And they will go against the right arm of Sam Hunsberger. He takes a breaking ball strike for strike 1. So we will see how far Hunsberger goes, as we know that they are short on pitchers.
Yeah, pressure's on Hunsberger to pitch well in this game.
Got to get as many innings out of him as you can. This isn't the first time he's pitched in this state tournament. He has 1 previous appearance in 3 innings pitched. Threw 34 pitches and recorded a win. Only gave up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. So you like your chances with the stats for him.
Yeah, for sure.
And they called second strike to Brody McIntyre.
Light rain still falling. We'll see how much that affects a guy like Hunsberger and his grip on the ball.
Yeah, guys, they will go to that rosin bag very early, or go often, and right on cue. Goes to the rosin bag there to get a little bit more grip on the ball. We're looking at the radar according to the Weather Channel, and This doesn't look like it's going to develop anything serious. A very small cell over Grand Island right now.
I was talking to a gentleman down there between games. I don't know that he's a meteorologist, but he told me, I don't think it's going to be much.
That's what they all say, Lou.
Yeah, that's what
they all think
say.
they're meteorologists.
Absolutely.
So now it's gone full on the count to McIntyre. Had a hit and was walked twice in their 7-1 win. 3-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it. And probably swung at ball 4 there.
Yeah, certainly did. That was definitely outside.
McIntyre coming into today, a .320 hitter in 54 games. 3-2 pitch is outside for ball 4. And that is according to the home plate umpire, Dustin Moore. Just missed a bit, so leadoff walk for Carpet Lands.
Now you got the Mr. Let's see, Reggie Jackson was Mr. October. It's July, so I think Ojolate, Mr. July, is that what we're going to call him?
Lou's already putting the crown on Ojolate, and he had a great first game, a pair of RBI doubles in that game. So he was our player of the game, our first game, and still plenty of game to see who will be this game's player of the game.
Definitely a guy you want to keep off base with his speed and his obviously his ability to hit the ball. We saw that, but once he gets on, he's also a problem with his ability to steal bases and stretch, maybe a single into a double, things like that.
And I love the idea of a bunt right here with a wet baseball. Definitely make the fielders make a play here, but he's not showing bunt and takes strike number 2. Carpet Land now at 46-9-1 with their win just about 30 minutes ago. Elkhorn North at 35-19-1.
Yeah, both teams with great years. But boy, Carpet Land, that's a very impressive record.
If you're joining us, we told you about in Game 1, Carpet Land, they went all the way to the American Legion World Series Championship game back in 2023 and lost 1-0 to a team from Texas. If you're not familiar, you win the state championship playoff game, which would be what the next game after this would be. Then you win a regional championship, and then you go off to the ALWS. 2-1, nubbed on the ground to short, and it's second. It's bobbled by the second baseman, and that might be a case of wet baseball right there. Ethan Asmus didn't get a good handle on it. That'll be an error.
Yeah, it certainly is. I think that was a weather-related play, but also a guy like Ojolate running to first base, you can't, make a mistake. You can't bobble the ball and expect to get him out. So I think that might also play into that, where you feel a little bit rushed to pick up that ball and make a throw.
So Parter McPeak will come up, and look at this, an early visit to the mound from the Elkhorn North coaching staff as Hunsberger has allowed the first 2 to reach. Of course, the second batter not quite his fault with the error by the second baseman. But, the conversation on the mound's got to go something like, guys, we can't let this get away early. We saw what happened last time when it got away.
Yep. Settle down and make plays. I think that's exactly what this is, just to calm everybody down, calm some nerves maybe, and remind everybody that, that's a good team. We can't give them bases at this point in time.
Anthony Dunn, the head man for Elkhorn North in his 5th summer with the Legion team. And Elkhorn North, a relatively new school. They have just completed their 5th year in operation as a school. Of course, you probably know about the Elkhorn North girls basketball team that won 4 straight state championship with somebody named Britt Prince on the roster.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah, she's doing all right at the University of Nebraska now. Yeah, Elkhorn North, just in 5 years, they've got a lot of good athletic programs.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly that school took off in that basketball. Of course, you have, a sentinel player like Britt Prince.
So it's 1st and 2nd with nobody out here in this bottom of the 1st inning. Carter McPeak at the dish. A feint to second base, but no throw by the pitcher, Hunsberger. He's thrown 12 pitches, and only 2 batters have come to the plate so far. McPeak, the right fielder, takes outside, and count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. McPeak had a pair of RBIs in the first game, both on sacrifice flies. He also walked. McIntyre at second, Agelate at first. Good speed on the base pass for Carpet Land to Lincoln East. Couple looks at seconds. And another pickoff move.
I think one of the things that Carpeland likely talked about over the game is to have good eye discipline on pitches and not to chase things. Make Elkhorn North put the ball in the strike zone. Be aggressive when it's in the strike zone, but don't be free swinging here. And like the first ball game, you want them to throw a lot of pitches, get it deep into that bullpen.
Pitch is called a strike. A delayed steal down to third. The throw down is not in time. A bang-bang play at third, and stealing the base on a delayed steal, Brody McIntyre. Risky play. Carpet Land, it pays off, but here comes head coach Anthony Dunn to perhaps dispute this call.
I think he thought that tag was on there at third.
Yeah, not much you can do besides ask, are you sure, Blue? Because they're likely not going to overturn the call, but a double steal. Anthony Dunn talking with the third base umpire. That's Tim Higgins, who made the call. It was a bang-bang play, and I'm not a lip reader, but I think Anthony Dunn really wanted that call, and might have been a you missed it of some sorts in there.
Yeah, I'm sure that was brought about. That was a very close play.
Who's he talking with now? He's gesturing with the first base umpire, and hold on, there's our replay right there, and Anthony Dunn now joined with Corey Oldrich down at first base. He wasn't part of the play. Just airing out the dirty laundry here, and because Anthony Dunn knows how big this pitch is.
Yeah, he missed the tag. That's a great look from our crew there. Tag went over the top of him there. He got his hand in there.
Yep, so the right call was made. And while we were showing that replay, a ball was thrown. So the count's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Carter McPeak. But it's second and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Pitch up high, and it's 3-2. And for the Elkhorn North players and fans, knowing you just got to win one game to advance, and when you're losing the first game and potentially falling behind early, the tensions can get pretty hot quick. Pitch called to strike 3 on the full count pitch. McPeak is down looking for the first out of the inning. That is the first out of the first inning, which today is brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. So now it'll be up to Carter Harms here in this first, and he ended off his first game with a big way, breaking ball up high from Hunsberger. Harms dropped in a 2 RBI double in the 6th to add some insurance for Lincoln East. Carter Harms, one of the Division I products on the team. He is going to be a South Dakota State Jackrabbit this fall and play ball for SDSU.
Yeah, that's a great place to go to college.
Pitch called a strike, and South Dakota State usually sees a game or two with the Nebraska Cornhuskers. So very possible that Harms could play against his hometown Division I team next year. 1 ball, 1 strike. Laid off, and good take to make it 2-1. Harms came into today with the team lead in home runs. Lincoln East has bashed 24 home runs in 56 games, and Harms has 7 of them. Takes a big cut. He was going for the fences there.
I was going to say, he was trying to get another one right on that pitch.
We saw a near home run in game 1 that was robbed at the fence. And in fact, that was Harms who hit it. 2-2 pitch from Hunsberger. Back to the screen. It remains 2-2. But already a lot of pitches in this first inning. That's already 22 pitches for the Elkhorn North starter, and has only recorded 1 out.
And that's exactly what you want if you're Carpet Land. Make these guys labor, make a lot of, make them go deep into that bullpen.
Count now 3-2 as that misses high. Walk would load him.
Pretty sure Harms is looking fastball here. He's He has not been cheated on his swing so far. I'm guessing this one, if it's anywhere near the strike zone, he's coming after it.
3-2. And it's fouled back to the screen. We will see another pitch. Lots of graduated seniors on this Lincoln East team, but only one graduated senior on this Elkhorn North team. So the seniority and the experience advantage absolutely goes to Carpet Land. 3-2 pitch, missing for ball 4, and a very good battle by Harms. He'll end up working a one-out walk.
Yeah, excellent at bat. And he wins it with a walk, so bases juiced here. Only one out, Ryan, and you know, it's kind of almost sounds silly to say first inning, but this is kind of danger time right now for Equitable Bank.
And Lincoln East, they have done a great job at scoring in the first inning in this state tournament. They have scored in the first inning. That is fair. No, it's foul. It is foul, called by the third base umpire. Saw Michael Lonick with the windmill on at third, thinking it was fair, and Kalai Larson just missed, driving in at least 2 runs.
Third base has been where it's at here. Had the tag play there at third that the umpire got right, and that one was very close as well.
So besides the opening state tournament game against Creighton Prep, Carpet Land has scored in the first inning in every other game.
That was the only one they lost, only scored 1 run. I believe only had 1 hit in that ball game.
That is right. 0-1 to Larson, high and tight for ball 1.
So I think Creighton Prep had Paul Skeens or somebody pitching. I'm not sure.
That or maybe his little brother.
Yeah, it could be.
It's 1-1. Bases juiced. Lincoln East trying to keep up their first inning magic. Ground ball to the shortstop. It's booted by Jake Jansen, and 2 runs will score. The throw into second, and they get the out there. Larson is gunned down, trying to take an extra base. But Jake Jansen, a costly error at shortstop. Don't want to say it could have been a double play, but there should have been an out there. And instead, it's 2-0 Carpet Land on the ground ball.
Yeah, that error gives up 2 runs. That's big in this, again, only first inning. But the way, as we talked about already, the way this Carpet Land team pitches, you just can't give up a whole lot of runs.
So once again, Equitable Bank Elkhorn North finds themselves down early. Harms gets all the way to third, but Larson is tagged out trying to advance to second base. So the official scoring on that is an E6 all the way. But it's still 2-0. Pitch outside to Braden Erickson. The catcher for Carpet Land in game 1. He was 1 for 3 with a single. 1-1 on the way. Breaking ball, big swing and a miss. Erickson down 1-2. So Lincoln East doing all this with still no hits in the inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hunsberger trying to end this nightmare of a first. And he does. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A couple of strikeouts for Hunsberger. But the damage is done. Lincoln East once again strikes in the first. Carpet Land is up 2-0 against Equitable Bank. And Elkhorn North's going to have to figure out something on offense when we come back in the second.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases. and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Ryan Valenta, Lucifker from Ryder Park in Grand Island. The winner-take-all game of the Class A Seniors National Division State Legion Championship. The winner is off to play Lincoln Southwest in the Class A State Playoff. The Silverhawks bounce back from a run rule loss 11-1 earlier tonight, and they win it 4-1. So it is Lincoln Southwest versus the winner of this game with a chance to advance to a regional state tournament.
Well, Equitable Bank would like to see that happen in their favor as well after losing the first game, but if Carpetland wins, it looks like a Capital City game.
Yeah, the rivalry between Southwest and Lincoln East is par none. That's about you could probably put any of your Omaha rivalries or like a Hastings and Kearney, Hastings Grand Island, or a Norfolk and Columbus rivalry. That is definitely the Capital City rivalry for sure. Ian Christo is leading things off for Equitable Bank here in this top of the second inning. Called a strike, and the count 2-1. Christo in game number 1 was hitless in 3 trips. Hits and runs were tough to come by for Elkhorn North. They only managed 1 run and 3 hits in their 7-1 loss.
Important to get base runners here, and Christo up 3-1 in the count.
Grayson Bjorkman on the mound for East.
Ooh.
Does get the call there on the low and outside pitch. So now the count runs full as the sun has creeped back out here in GI. 3-2, got him swinging. Bounces back from a 3-1 count, and Grayson Bjorkman has his first punch out of the night.
That's a great sign if you're a Carpetland fan, and certainly for Bjorkman is that fall behind 3-1 and you're just patient with your stuff. You got that pitch that low and inside in that corner there, and then get the strikeout with that last pitch.
Now the next batter, Connor Wardeman. He did not start in game 1, but did come on as a pinch hitter in the end of the second game. Line drive right to the first baseman, Kalai Larson. Easy catch, and 2 up and 2 down.
Yeah, nice line shot there, but right at first base there. So Larson makes the play, and 2 down.
Like the aggressiveness there for Wardeman, but fortunately there is a red jersey there. Both teams sticking with their same jerseys, of course, that they did in game 1. Carpetland in red, Equitable Bank in their navy blue.
That was a nice pitch.
Yeah, breaking ball. That one looked like it was heading for Cam Schmeekley. Next thing you know, it's a strike.
That's an excellent curveball. When a curveball makes you want to jump out of the way and ends up in the strike zone, you've got something going.
Another curveball, this time at the bottom of the zone, called for strike 2. So Grayson Bjorkman trying to cap off a 1-2-3 inning in very quick fashion. Well, that hit him on the helmets. Not what you want with an 0-2 count, as Equitable Bank will have a 2-out base runner.
Yeah, certainly not on purpose. That ball, after 2 great breaking balls, that one didn't break. And it right off the helmet, right off the front of the helmet.
Yeesh.
That's scary.
You wonder, why are you just leaning into or not getting out of the way? Well, he threw him 2 breaking balls. He's probably expecting the breaking ball again.
Yeah.
And by the time you pick up the pitch, it's already hit your head.
Yeah, the first 2 looked like they were going to hit you, and then were strikes.
Fortunately, Schmeekley is okay, and Austin McMurtry will try and spark a 2-out rally with the runner on. McMurtry making back-to-back starts at third base. He was 0 for 3 in game 1 with a pair of groundouts and a strikeout. McMurtry coming into tonight's .229 hitter in 45 games. Call the strike.
Oh,
And they count 1-1. A little back pick to first. They almost got Schmeekley napping.
yeah, he was not expecting that. He was not looking, and that's a smart play. And boy, that was close.
First base umpire Corey Oldrich says that Schmeekley just got back in there. 2-0 Carpet Land here in the top of the second in the 7-inning game. Avoid winner take all. Pitch down and in. Get another look at that last play here. Ooh, I don't know. It was close. But first base umpire right all over that pitch. He was watching it all the way. 2-1 to McMurtry. Runner on the move. The catch down from the throw behind the plates. Not in time. What a throw by Braden Erickson, falling away from the play, but almost got him at second.
Yeah, watching that throw, I thought, well, that won't even be close. Somehow he got it there and put it on the money. A little bit high, and that's what allowed the slide to beat that throw. But that throw was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Schmeekley just barely holding the second base bag. That instant replay brought to you by Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care, incredibly close. So McMurtry now with a 3-1 count with 2 outs here in the second. Neither team with a hit yet in this game. Until now. Drops into left field. They give the green light to Schmeekley. The throw in from Rhodes is in time.
Wow.
Out at the plates. Bryson Rhodes cuts down the runner. An outfield assist. What a throw from left.
That was a great throw. Even bounced, but it was right on line. I mean, it gave, look at that bounce. It bounces right up there. And the tag was close, another close play. We've had a slew of close plays here in an inning and a half.
Schmeekley thought he might have got his hand in. Dustin Moore says you're out. So that means we will head to the bottom of the second, still scoreless at Ryder Park.
This broadcast is brought to you by Platte Valley Auto. With our vast selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, exceptional car care, and custom service, you won't find a reason to visit any other dealership. And by Nutrien. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com. NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Did you know that Teammates Mentoring is the largest school-based mentoring program in the nation? But we still need your help. Over 500 students are waiting for a mentor like you. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them to reach their full potential. So what are you waiting for? Head over to teammates.org today to learn more about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
In the bottom of the second, the man who made that great throw to end the second inning comes up at the plate, Bryson Rhodes.
What Rhodes did so well there was he played that just right. He came in on it and was going forward toward the plate and made a great throw. And that the way he played that allowed him to make that throw and make an accurate throw. And then a nice job by Erickson there to secure the baseball and make the tag.
Correction, I did go to break saying that the game remains scoreless, but it is a 2-0 score. Elkhorn North remained scoreless after they were cut down at the plate to end the second. At the dish, Rhodes and takes a ball outside to make it 1-2. Sam Hunsberger out there for his second inning of work. He ended up throwing 32 pitches just to get 3 outs.
That's a lot.
So he's got to settle down in this second. 1-2 on the way. In the air to deep right field, racing back Ian Christo, now to his left, and he is able to corral it. Deep fly outs for the first out of the second.
Good job by Christo to secure that ball. It almost got turned around, it looked like, but was able to make the play to secure that first out.
So Lewis Cockle, the 8th hole hitter and designated hitter, will bat. Carpet Lands leads it 2-0, but still are without a hit in this game as they scored 2 in the first on a pair of walks, a pair of stolen bases, and 2 costly errors. One of them drove in both of the runs on a routine ground ball to short. Pitch outside. That was also when it was sprinkling a little bit and the rain has ceased. You can see it is light back out here. The sun is peaked back out.
It's a pleasant evening now, Ryan. I mean, that's Nebraska. We'll just stick around a few minutes. The weather will change.
A little humid for me, but we'll take it. It's better than the rain.
It felt like Manila the other day when it was about 110 and with the humidity.
Blame it on the corn sweat.
Yeah.
Who knew that corn could sweat? I figured that out for the first time the other day. Pitch in there for strike 1 to Lewis Cockle. Cockle in the first game this evening grounded out 3 times. Just misses on the outside part of the plates, and Cockle works a walk.
Again, I think for Carpet Land, you're not taking away aggressiveness, but you're also being patient. You're waiting for the pitches that you want to take. You're not going to be free swingers. You're going to allow these guys to throw a lot of pitches and be smart at the plate.
1 on and 1 outs for the 9th hole hitter, Trevor Roach. Starting at the third base spot in back-to-back games. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Roach will be an incoming senior at Lincoln East. 46 games, .252 average. Did have a single and a walk in game 1. Lincoln East, a dominating .338 team batting average coming into game 1 tonight. 1 is outside, 1-1. East didn't exactly rack it up in the hits departments. They did have 7 and did score 7 runs. But they're averaging about 8 hits and 9 runs per game this summer. Pick off to first in safely is Cockle. That's one part of Lincoln East game we didn't see until the very final few innings was the stolen base game.
Yeah.
They stole 3 bases in the final 2 innings. Didn't have any in the first 5 innings.
And some of it is matchup and who's on base and who you feel comfortable with running. But this as a team, these guys are aggressive, and I would not be surprised to see East pick it up on the base pads and put a lot of pressure on this Equitable Bank pitching staff.
Cockle with roughly 10% of Lincoln East stolen bases this summer. Thought about going, but then shut it down, but it's fouled off. East with 217 stolen bases coming into tonight, averaging about 4 per game at a 91% rate.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
They've got kids. They've got a kid with 39 steals, and Bryson Rhodes, who just flew out, he's got 46. Just absolutely remarkable. Deuces wild here in the seconds. Roach foul just a bit early. Head coach Michael Lonick ducks for cover down there, even though that was well over his head. Lonick, with his 6th summer at Lincoln East, took over in the 2019 season. And just casually won a few state championships with the Spartans in the spring.
Just kind of casually.
Winners in 25, runners-up last year, and winners in 2023. 2-2 pitch from Hunsberger. Got him swinging, blew it right by him with a fastball. 2 outs in the seconds.
That's obviously a good out now. Not going to allow Carpet Land to have a big inning. If you're an Equitable Bank fan, you certainly hope that's not the case. But
Well, it is back to the top of the Carpet Land order. On the outside edge of the zone for strike 1 to Brody McIntyre. He walked and scored in the first. He's now scored 4 runs in both of these games tonight. A couple of walks and a hit. Runner goes, pitch called a strike. The throw down is dropped by the second baseman Asmus. That was a great throw by Drever. Might have been a little bit off target. Asmus not able to hold on to it and apply the tag. Stolen base for Cockle.
There you go. There's another stolen base. Now in scoring position here.
Another look at it down there as Asmus couldn't find the handle of it. He was trying to stay on the base and make a catch and tag. 0-2 back to the screen, a foul ball.
The top of this order is so productive, and that could really demoralize Equitable Bank if you got 2 outs, 1 on, and if Carpet Land's able to put together a rally here.
So runner in scoring position. 0-2 is outside. Good take by McIntyre. Hunsberger now at 50 pitches, and he is yet to get out of the second. But still nothing doing for the Elkhorn North bullpen right now. It is Hunsberger's game. 1-2 on the way. High for ball 2. So we saw Equitable Bank use 2 pitchers last game, a starter and a reliever. So the question is, who will they have when Hunsberger is out of pitches? 2-2 outside, and the count will run full.
Yeah, that's the problem, and he's throwing a lot of pitches, so he may, unless things change, he's not likely going to make it 7 innings here. So it remains to be seen who's next up.
A 3-2 pitch to Brody McIntyre with Cockle at second base. Big lead, and he scampers back. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com. The payoff again. High for ball 4. And boy, that is the 4th walk already for Hunsberger in 2 innings.
And bad news for Equitable Bank. You've got Ojolate. Guy that did so much damage in that first ball game.
Pair of RBI doubles. He's reached on an error in the first.
Yeah, and came in and scored. He's scored 3 runs in these 2 games so far.
Some more trouble. That's a line drive. Base hit to right field. Getting the green light around third is Cockle. The throw in from right is not in time. Going and standing up is Cockle. A risky play there, but he just beats the throw. It was a good one from Cristo. It's 3-0. Surprised to see him not slide, Lou.
Yeah, he almost got thrown out there. You want to get down on that play.
Another look. They did get the tag on him, but the foot just barely snuck in there. So Dele Ojolate with his 3rd run-producing hit of the day.
Yeah, he has been incredible. He scored 3 runs. He has 3 RBIs in these last 2 games. So he's been very, very effective.
It's now 1st and 3rd with 2 outs and a walk, a 2-out walk, and a 1-out walk proved to cost Elkhorn North another run. It's now 3-0 on our scoreboard, which is brought to you by Aurora Cooperative. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A stop today. Hunsberger still trying to get this last out. Ojolate leaning at first. See if he's on the move. He's not. And it's ball 1 up high. I'm just surprised to see that nobody in the Equitable Bank bullpen is getting at least a little bit loose now with Hunsberger very wild.
Yeah, it's a gamble when you don't have many pitchers. How long do you stay with a guy, and who do you bring in? That's why I'm not the manager. I don't want to make those decisions.
Yep, that's why we're up here.
Exactly right.
So for the record, Hunsberger, he has found the zone, just has been collectively wild in a few pitches. 57 pitches, 30 strikes, so just a bit over half. The 1-1 pitch, just a bit upstairs, and it's 2-1. Carter McPeak at the dish, struck out looking in the first. After having a big 2-run double. Excuse me, that's the next guy at the plate. McPeak had the 2 sacked flies in the first game. McPeak going to Augustana University.
A chance for another one.
And he'll have it inside the line. Fair ball. 1 run will come in. Cristo digs it out of the right field corner. Adjolate will stop at third. Now ball's bobbled, but no further advance. RBI double for Carter McPeak. And Carpetland with back-to-back two-run innings and more two-out magic as he sneaks it inside the line.
That's exactly what we just talked about, Ryan, is that just demoralizes you. There's two outs. He had a guy, Carpetland had a guy at first, and now in a blink of an eye, 2 runs have scored. There's still 2 outs, and now a meeting on the mound.
And what do you do if you're head coach Anthony Dunn here, knowing that you have limited arms available for the rest of the way through? You find yourself down 4. This inning's not over. Yes, you'd like to get as many pitches out of Hunsberger as you can, but it's kind of clear that he might not be the guy right now.
He's struggling a little bit and giving up some runs, and so we'll see if conversation now might just be, are you feeling okay? Are you going to be able to stay in there? Where you at mentally? Looks like he's going to stay in.
Hunsberger, this is a very surprising mark for him because in 10 appearances, he had a 6-0 record, and he had only given up 1 earned run in 33 innings pitched.
Wow.
And he has given up 4 runs, 2 of them earned in an inning and 2/3 tonight, and could largely consider him the Equitable Bank ace.
A quality pitcher, no doubt.
But Carpetland has his number early. At bat, it's Carter Harms with 2 runners in scoring position. Puts it in the air on the infield. Calling for it at short is Jake Jansen. He makes the catch right behind the second base bag. Back-to-back 2-run 4th innings. Back-to-back 2-run innings to make it 4-0. Carpetland as they find their first couple of hits in the game as well. And we will go to the top of the 3rd with Equitable Bank due up. Ryan Valenta, Lou Siefker, back in a moment.
It's the thrill, the hope, the long shots, and the turnovers. The big hits, the kills, the dunks, the strikes, the surprises, the joy, and the heartbreak. And that's why NCN Sports bring you more than 200 live games every year. News Channel Nebraska. This is home.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Go to the top of the 3rd inning on NCN Sports, part of News Channel Nebraska TV. You're watching the Class A Seniors National Division Legion Baseball Championship game between Carpetland out of Lincoln East and Elkhorn North, part of Equitable Bank Post 211, and a 4-0 game in the top of the 3rd. Charlie Rieselman foul tips the ball off the mitt and into the mitts of the catcher. It's a 1-1 count. 9th batter in the order, so the first time Rieselman's been up tonight against the pitcher Grayson Bjorkman. And Carpetland had a great end to their 2nd inning where Austin McMurtry had a single, but the defense cut down the potential first run for Elkhorn North at the plate. 1-2 ducking out of the way is Rieselman. Make it 2-2. He was 0 for 2. Only saw the plate twice in the first game. Bjorkman ready, high and tight to make it a full count pitch.
I think the message to Bjorkman is just to pound that zone. If you got a 4-0 lead, worst thing you can do is be wild and put people on base.
Full count pitch. Hit to short. Carter Harms bobbles it, and that's an error. And errors coming for both sides here in this game by the shortstops. And I wonder if that's maybe anything to do with some loose dirt or some wet dirt, perhaps.
Hey, you never know. That's a play that Harms is going to make probably 99 times out of 100.
And that was right to him. The Division I commit makes the error there, the first error for Carpetland tonight. And as you can see now, that is the Equitable Bank bullpen. There is right-handed action getting warmed up. Pitches inside to the top of the order, Keegan Drever. And Bjorkman, what a summer he's been having. Total of 42 and a third innings pitched, a 1.16 ERA. He's only given up 8 runs in those 42 innings.
Do a whole lot better than that. Looks like it's Austin McMurtry there in the bullpen for Equitable Bank.
That would make sense why he's not starting at third in this game. Time called in the middle of the at-bat with a 2-0 count. Michael Lonick is trudging his way out to the mound to have a chat with his pitcher and infield. Well, still a 4-0 lead, but obviously a little bit of cause for concern to settle down the players here.
Yeah, I think now is you're telling the guys not to relax. I mean, you have the 4-run lead, and that's you're in the driver's seat, but you can't. You got to make plays, and you got to make the routine plays. And I think you're telling Bjorkman, like I said a moment ago, to just go after him. The defense most of the time is going to make those plays. That was a rarity, that error. But one thing you don't want to do is start giving free passes out. That allows teams to come back, and certainly this Equitable Bank team is one that could do that.
Keegan Drever will retake his spot in the box with a 2-0 count. Pickoff throw and check on Rieselman, who's back in safely. Equitable Bank just with 1 hit, which came on McMurtry in the second. And correction, he is the starting third baseman tonight. Pitch in there for a strike, 2-1. Drever hit by a pitch back in the first. He had one of the team's 3 hits back in game 1, which was a leadoff single. 2-1 from Bjorkman, back to the screen and fouled off. So the count 2-2. The lights are on now at the Ryder Park as the sun begins to set. The wind's not really a factor tonight.
No.
Flag just slowly flopping around over to the right of your screen in the first base dugout. Good fight off on a foul ball by Drever to stay alive.
Aside from some of the brief rain there, I think the weather has been pretty ideal.
At first pitch of the first game, it was picturesque. 2-2. Called strike 3. Drever knew it. Perfect pitch by Bjorkman, and he's got his second strikeout. So now with 1 out and 1 on, Jake Jansen will dig into the left-handed batter's box. Jansen 0 for 2 with a walk in game 1. The incoming senior leads the team coming into tonight with 45 hits in 51 games. Hitting .296 and also has one of the team's just 2 home runs. Pitch in there for a strike. Jansen 4 for 17 in 4 games with 2 doubles coming into tonight, but is yet to get it going today. 0-1 with Carpetland in front for them. That is line to center. Adjalate leaps up to make the catch. Almost overran it, but he does make it for out number 2.
You feel pretty comfortable with that ball going out to center field. Adjalate can make those plays. Even though it looked like he initially kind of misread that, he's got enough athletic ability to react and make the play.
Yeah, give him some style points for the leap there.
Sure.
Doesn't count in the scorebook, but hypothetically we'll count it.
We'll count it.
Ethan Asmus will try and move the runner over after they reached on a leadoff error. It's been the next 2 out in order. Right there for strike 1. So Bjorkman going with the breaking ball there. He's at 39 pitches. He's been very efficient so far. Has had at least 1 base runner in every inning, but no runs have come across yet. Line drive, grabbed by the shortstop. Across the body throw will never be in time. Nice effort by Carter Harms. If he makes that play, so that makes it on the Sports Center top 10.
He makes that play, you're going to have pro scouts coming down to watch that. That would have been an incredible play.
Just a little one-hopper to Harms, throwing across his body. But I don't even think a major leaguer could make that play. Yeah. If he does make that play, hey, son, are you sure about South Dakota State?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than Division I.
Maybe playing for the Dodgers.
Draft him straight out of high school. Pitch upstairs to the fifth batter of the inning, Quincy Grabenstein. He flew out to center his first at-bats. Grabenstein singled in the first game and ended up coming on and pitching the final 3 innings in relief. 1-0 pitch. That's lined to left field, and in front of the left fielder, Rhodes. Do they test his arm again? They're going to throw cut off on the relay, and not in time. It's an RBI single for Grabenstein as Rieselman comes all the way in to score. Equitable Bank is on the board.
RBI by Grabenstein, and that was probably a smart play. I don't think that throw is going to get him the cutoff. They hit the cutoff man, and I think thinking about going to third, but didn't work out that way. But that's exactly what Equitable Bank needs. It's just some quality, some clutch hitting, and Grabenstein delivers on that one.
That's what I was thinking too. You got the runner Asmus running right in front of you to third base. Could potentially get him out on basically a shovel pass throw. But back-to-back 2-out hits, and Equitable Bank will have their first run of the game, and they're now up to 3 hits tonight, and Carpet Lands still only has 2 hits, yet they still hold the 4-1 lead. For Grabenstein, his 22nd RBI of the summer. He's got a hit in back-to-back games. That slashed into the left center field gap. Agelate gets there to make the catch. If anything is hit anywhere near Delay Agelate, you know he's going to be there. Get another look at it here, but what a catch.
Yeah, not only a great hitter, but a heck of a defensive player. Gets the speed to get there.
He makes the catch. The only one comes home to score, and it'll be the middle of the Carpetland order coming up. They lead at 4-1 in this winner-take-all Seniors State Legion Tournament Championship.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Through 2.5 innings at Ryder Park in Grand Island. Ryan Valenta, Lou Siefker on the call for this winner-take-all game with the winner off to the Class A state playoff against Lincoln Southwest. They defeated Papillion La Vista South in a winner-take-all game, 4-1 not too long ago. So that matchup, the opponent is already set for the winner of this game. Kalai Larson, first to bat, and they're still going with Sam Hunsberger on the mound for Equitable Bank, even though he has struggled through 2 innings.
You love Hunsberger to kind of catch his stride right now, keep your team in this ballgame.
Give yourself a shot. 1-1 is inside. Larson reached on an error in the first, and he was erased on the base paths. 2-1 from Sam Hunsberger. That is put in the air a mile high. Connor Wardeman waiting for it to come down, and he makes the catch. Really got under that baseball for the first out.
Yeah, you hit it that high, you figure catch it just right, might have a chance to send one out of here.
And what happened here? Eli Larson, hands on knees. He got smacked in the nose with something, because there's a little bit of blood dripping down the nose there. He had his hands on his hips in the infield, hands on knees rather, and Eli Larson a little bit bloody on it. Get another look at it here, and the throw hit him. You gotta be kidding me.
My goodness.
Oh, so just a complete we hope that's just an accident there. As the throw back in plunked Larson in the nose. So he will get some bandages up in the nostrils there. We hope he's okay and can continue this game. For baseball players already playing 56 games this summer, it's probably going to take a little bit more than that to knock them out of the game.
Yeah, tough kid, I'm sure. He didn't go down either. He got hit in the face with the ball, but did bloody it a bit. I'm sure he'll be back.
Next batter with one out, nobody on. Braden Erickson up high for ball 2. Erickson struck out swinging back in the first inning. Erickson has had himself a monster state tournament. 6 hits in the first 4 games, including a 3-run home run on this field against Lincoln North Star on Monday. He also had 5 runs driven in against Kearney on Sunday on just 2 hits. That one is hit into shallow left center field. Playing the shift perfectly is Quincy Grabenstein. Makes the catch for out number 2.
Well, this is where we've seen Equitable Bank kind of struggle with the 2 outs. Last inning, there a couple of runs scored with 2 outs. I'd like to see, certainly in this case, Hunsberger and this defense shut the door and get back to the plate.
The batter, Bryson Rhodes, he's got some pop in his bats, and like you mentioned, Lou, last inning, Equitable Bank had 2 outs, and then they allowed a walk and 2 hits to bring home 2 runs. Pitch downstairs. We're at 4-1 now in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Lincoln East, the home team for the 2nd straight game. We were told that Elkhorn North preferred to be the away team in both games.
That's unusual.
Been around the game for many years, and I was always told if you have a coin toss, pick the home team.
Yeah, you
want the last at bat.
Exactly.
2-1 pitch. Just outside, and it's 3-1. So Equitable Bank, if they can come back and retire Rhodes here, could be their first 1-2-3 inning of the night, as they trail it by 3. Well, it won't happen. All 4 is outside, and Hunsberger grabs his head, maybe thinking that he is getting squeezed behind the plate.
Yeah, this is, we just talked about it last inning, how demoralizing that is to give up runs when you look like you're going to get out of the inning with 2 outs. Now, if you're Equitable Bank, you certainly don't want to see that repeated.
Elkhorn North, a team that comes into today's game as a pitching staff, striking out 2 times as many batters as they have walked. Lincoln East also coming into tonight's with the same mark. 2 very good pitching staffs with ERAs below 3. The batter, Lewis Cockle, with 1 on and 2 outs. Carpet Land trying to score in 3 consecutive innings. One right over the heart of the plates. Quickly, 0-2. Cockle walked and scored back in the 2nd. He'll be off to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln as a business major.
So we might be working for him someday. Is that what you're saying?
That is absolutely what I'm saying. Fly ball to right. Christo, no problem there. Makes the catch, and the 2-out walk is left stranded. We're through 3 in the Class A State Legion Championship game. It's still Carpet Land in front, 4-1. We'll be back after this.
Take up to $10,000 total savings on remaining 2025 new Silverado 1500 Crew Cabs at Central Nebraska's premier GM dealer, Midway Chevrolet Buick GMC in Kearney, or thinkmidway.com/GM. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
There is Kalai Larson at first base, and he has got the plug in the right nostril. If you're just joining us, he was accidentally plunked in the nose by a ball thrown back into the infield last inning. But he is plugged up. Here's another look at it, and takes a look away for the seconds after flying out.
Oh.
He's right on the...
Ouch.
There's not a good place to get hit. That's not a good place to get hit, but you're just fortunate it wasn't an eye or a tooth or anything like that.
Yeah. Just a bloody nose. He's tough and back in a ball game. It's scary when that happens, but on that one, no real harm done.
So for Carpet Lands, they will stick with Grayson Bjorkman, who has pitched 3 very good innings, allowed his first run and a couple of hits in the third by Equitable Bank. They've got 6, 7, and 8. That's Connor Wardeman spraying it into right field. Making the catch, Carter McPeak. 1 up and 1 down. So after this inning, we will be halfway done, at least through the contest. And for Elkhorn North, we told you about their previous 4 games before tonight. They had won every game by 2 or less runs. So they've got to just figure something out on offense and hopefully get to this Carpet Land bullpen, as Bjorkman's been really good.
Yeah, that he has in this Equitable Bank team. The Cardiac kids, they like playing those close games. Keep yourself in this ball game, and maybe that's your that's your advantage. Is that Carpet Land's won in some blowouts since that first game.
Cam Schmeekley at the dish. Grounds it to the third baseman. That is Trevor Roach. Loads and fires on targets. Quickly 2 up and 2 down. Schmeekley is retired here in the 4th. Do you like the aggressiveness early? Because you want to get a pitch you can hit. But that one, a breaking ball right there. And you'd love to make Bjorkman throw a few more pitches to drive up his pitch count as well.
Yeah, that and just you want to be selective and find a good pitch.
Bases empty and 2 out. Here is Austin McMurtry, and he is first pitch swinging out of play. McMurtry had a single in the second. That was to left field, but then Equitable Bank ran themselves out of the inning trying to score a run on that pitch, or that play rather. High strike called on the breaking ball. So McMurtry 1 for 1. He has one of the team's 3 knocks. All of them going for singles. 0-2 on the way, downstairs, 1 and 2. So the sun has now completely gone behind the horizon. Just what little bit of daylight is left, and the stadium lights here at Ryder. Up the middle, slowly out and throwing over to first just in time. Boy, Carter Harms took a while to get to that ball, but he does make the play, and that is a 3-up. 3-down inning for Bjorkman and the Rugs. They hold the lead after 3.5. They'll look for more, up 3. We'll be back after these messages from our sponsors as a 1-2-3 inning gets us halfway through tonight's ball game.
Nebraska, it's time to celebrate our community heroes. Do you know a local hero who dedicates their time to make your community better? Someone who leads with a vision for a brighter tomorrow and inspires others to join? Nominate them today for the Community Hero Program, thanks to Medica. Each month, one Nebraska hero will be chosen and will get to choose a nonprofit to receive a $1,000 donation. Let's honor those who make our community shine. Community Hero, celebrating the heart of Nebraska.
Strength meets style in your new vehicle from Woodhouse GMC. Whether you're towing, traveling, or tackling the everyday, we've got the inventory and the deals to get you moving. Shop our current offers and experience the power, precision, and performance of GMC. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
The winner of this game will keep their season going after tonight's contest. Will it be Equitable Bank Elkhorn North or Carpet Land Lincoln East? We're halfway through the contest, and it's Carpet Land in front right now, 4-1. They're up here in the bottom of the fourth. Trevor Roach, the 9-hole hitter. And Sam Hunsberger is still out there for Equitable Bank after he had a pretty efficient third inning. Only had to face 4 batters. Comparison, he had to face 6 in the first and 7 in the second. He quickly works himself ahead of Roach, 0-2. One gets away, and Roach 0-1 with a strikeout against Hunsberger back in the first. His first at bat, rather. Like we mentioned, with Equitable Bank short on pitching, they're trying to squeeze every pitch out of Hunsberger that they can. Just high and tight. Didn't miss by much.
Yeah, that was close. Hunsberger's job right now just to get outs and try to keep his team in the ballgame.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Hunsberger goes away on the pitch there, and that's the first out of the inning. So it's back to the top of the order in this bottom of the fourth inning. Today's fourth inning is brought to you by Visit Kearney. You can find it all in Kearney. So McIntyre up for Carpet Land. He has walked and scored twice in this game. Puts one in the air to deep center field. Quincy Grabenstein out there had him played perfectly. And one pitch for the second out of the fourth.
That's music to your ears if you're Coach Dunn over there. One pitch, one out. You want more of those. And oh, by the way, who's this guy? Some guy named Ojolate. He's been wreaking havoc on Equitable Bank here in his ballgame.
This is how you want to face Dele Ojolate, but he gets drilled with that pitch right up and in on the first pitch. I'm going to say you love to pitch with him, bases empty and 2 outs, but now you have his speed on the base paths. Get another look at it. Right off the left arm, the tricep bicep area.
We'll see how many pitches it takes before Ojolate tries to steal second base here.
Up by 3 runs and 2 outs. I would absolutely vote for a potential steal here. Ojolate not a huge lead. He's not going. That ball is hammered to center field. Grabenstein going over in the right center field gap. He won't get it. It's down. Ojolate burns around third, coming in to score. First pitch picking on. It's Carter McPeak, and now it's his turn to have a 2-double day with 2 runs batted in. That makes it 5-1 Carpet Land.
Another big hit. McPeak and Ojolate, a 2-3 combination. Been so effective.
Just like that, the 2-out hit by pitch comes around to roost.
Yeah, another 2 outs. That's kind of been their modus operandi here in this game.
Popped up on the first pitch by Carter Harms towards the third base foul line. Camping under it, making the catch is the third baseman Austin McMurtry. A 2-out hit by pitch and a 2-out wall ball RBI double by Carter McPeak. Carpetland with an insurance run. They now lead it by 4, 5-1. We're through 4 completes. It's getting late here at Ryder, and we'll be back.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Five to 1 is your score. It is Lincoln East Carpetland over Elkhorn North Equitable Bank. And the top of the 5th to lead things off for the visitors. It'll be 9-1-2. Charlie Rieselman will go up against the still starter Grayson Bjorkman. He lines one into left field. That's a leadoff base hit. Cutting it off is Rhodes out at left, and Rieselman's reached twice. Now a leadoff single in the 5th. Well, you like the momentum there and just got to keep that going.
Yeah, I got to try to string some hits together here and put some pressure on Carpetland. Really haven't been able to do that tonight.
It is getting late. Only 3 more at-bats for the visitors here as they trail it by 4. Pitch way outside. Good stop by Erickson behind the dish. As Keegan Drever is back up to the top of the order. Charlie Rieselman single his first hit of tonight's contest. His 4th hit of the state tournament. That's lined. That's into left field for another base hit.
There you go.
And keep the line moving. Solid singles for the 9-1 hitters. 2 on with nobody out.
Yeah, not too far gone. There's still 3 innings left to go. You're down 5-1. You're down in similar fashion last ball game, and Carpetland was able to extend that lead and kind of make it a moot point going into the late innings there. But plenty of time here to get back in this if you're able to do what we just seen, and that's get a couple of hits, move guys around, score a couple runs, give yourself a chance to come back in this game.
So 2 singles. That pitch was inside but muscled into left field. Tonight's championship game is brought to you in part by Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. So now here is Jake Jansen. The chance to get some life back into this Equitable Bank team. Way high on the breaking ball. And 1-0. So the 3rd and the 5th innings. Equitable Bank with 2 hits in each of them. The only run for Elkhorn North coming in the 3rd. Carpetland scored 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, and 1 in the 4th. The bunt is foul. Good idea, but Jansen can't execute it. You just got to credit this Elkhorn North Legion team as well. Their first-year Legion team combined with their spring team, they had a combined record of 20-63. They had made no noise for their very first year as a program. In their second summer, they were the state runners-up. 1-1 bunt shown this time. This time it's down in a perfect bunt. Bjorkman throws to first, and it's on target. Good play by the pitcher. Better bunt by Jansen. The sacrifice successful.
That was an excellent bunt. Moves both runners into scoring position with 1 out. Now you got to have a big hit here. Let's see if Asmus can deliver.
He does have a single today in this game. Asmus also had a single in the first game. More action in the Equitable Bank bullpen as Austin McMurtry continues to get loose. It might be his turn next in the 5th. Pitch is launched in the air to left center field. Racing back is Rhodes. He won't get there. It is down. 2 runs will score. Going into second with a RBI double is Ethan Asmus, and he is pumped up. Equitable Bank is right back in this thing. It's 5-3.
The question was, would Asmus be able to deliver? I think he just did. Big time hit into the gap. Scores 2 runs. That's 2 big RBIs for Asmus. And you're right, Brian. This team's right back in the ballgame. Exactly what they needed.
And you can see the dugouts kind of spilling out as well. And they were on the infield dirt here as they strike for 2 runs here in the 5th, and they are not done yet. Quincy Grabenstein, who singled home a run back in the 3rd, now with a chance. First pitch outside by Bjorkman. 5-3. The wall ball RBI double by Ethan Asmus, a pitch that was left too high in the zone. Asmus with his 6th double of the summer. He now stands at second. Grabenstein with the 1-0. Called a strike, 1-1. So you got your middle of the lineup now. You've got pretty much the right guys that you want up. You had the right guys that you want up. And everybody else follows suit.
Right, Ryan. And one out, a guy in Asmus in scoring position here. This could be a really big inning, obviously, for Equitable Bank.
Up high on the breaking ball. So now 2-1. The tying run at the plate is Grabenstein. And this is a fairly hitter-friendly ballpark. Only 325 to the corner, as I say only, as in that, trying to say that it's easy to hit home run here. It's not, but it's easier than other places for sure.
Yeah, it's not cavernous here. You get one down the line, you certainly have a chance to put one out.
We've seen about 3 balls that have gone to the fence, not exactly on the fly, but rolling out there eventually tonight.
You saw one that probably was going to go over had it not been caught.
That's right. Home run robbery back in the first game by Elkhorn North. Bjorkman with a 2-2 count to Grabenstein. Got a piece of the breaking ball. Grabenstein, 291 hitter, 4 hits coming into tonight's contest. He's now got 6 hits in the state tournament. But each of these teams trying to extend their season. As the winner of this one will be off to the Class A state playoff and will be guaranteed a few more games. 2-2 fouled off again. So we're told that both of the Class A state playoff teams will qualify for the regionals tournaments no matter what. Because they take 2 teams from Nebraska in Class A, and they would take both of those teams. This game still with plenty of outs left. Bjorkman taking his time. Now the 2-2. Right down the chute. Strike 3. Grabenstein was looking for something else, and he is out on strikes for the second out.
Well, now maybe Equitable Bank can do some 2-out magic of their own. We've seen a couple of innings with Carpet Land doing that. They've been able to score runs with 2 outs. Got certainly still have a runner there in scoring position.
So here is Ian Christo. Is 0 for 2 in this game. He flew out to center last time. That was the play that Agelate ran a country mile to track down and make the catch to rob him of a hit. Nothing in 1 as Bjorkman still relatively low in a pitch count. He's only at 68. Nothing in 1 counts. Fouled off to the left side. This was a 4-0 game after 2 innings. Equitable Bank got 1 in the 3rd. Lincoln East got the run back in the 4th. But now 2 here for Elkhorn North to make this a ball game. Asmus remains at second after his 2 RBI double 2 batters ago. Way ahead, though, is Bjorkman. Popped in foul territory. Roach going over at third. Does he have room? He does, and he makes the catch right in front of his own dugouts. So on the 0-2 pitch, Cristo fouls out, and Carpetland escapes with no more damage done. A 5-3 contest. We head to the bottom of the 5th with the home team up by 2. Back with the Legion State Championship in Class A after this.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
As we enter this bottom of the 5th inning, I want to take a moment on NCN Sports to tell you about the Kearney Sportsplex, which is now open in Kearney and features a 59,000 square foot gym of hardwood gymnasium with 3,000 plus spectator bleachers, 8 regulation high school basketball courts, and 20 plus wrestling mats. It's located directly off I-80. It's a year-round climate-controlled multi-use premier athletic facility that can accommodate youth and adult sports tournaments, camps, leagues, and recreation programs. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Ryan Valenta, Lou Siefker with you in this winner-take-all game. The winner off to face Lincoln Southwest in the Class A state playoff. For East, Kalai Larson. Guy got smoked in the face with the ball not too long ago. Will bat here, and it's still Sam Hunsberger on the mound.
Hunsberger's settled down and pitched much better. You'd like to see him be out there as long as you can, as long as he can. And certainly now with Equitable Bank back in the ball game, gives him, I think, that extra oomph there where he can, hopefully, if you're an Equitable Bank fan, he can pitch well and keep his team in this game late.
Yeah, he had 2 up and 2 down in the 4th, but then hit a batter and then allowed a RBI double for Carpetland to get a run back. But now at 90 pitches, and the pitch limit is 105. You got to figure Grabenstein will be pretty close to that limit before he exits the game.
Yeah, probably so. Here, maybe this inning, the way things have been going, unless you can get a quick inning.
Count is 3-2 to Kalai Larson. 0 for 2 today, reached on an error and flew out to left. Swing and a miss, got him with the hook. How about that? A 3-2 breaking ball, and Larson down on strikes.
That was an excellent pitch.
Not expecting a breaking ball, usually 3-2, but that's exactly what happened there. And 5 strikeouts to go along with 5 walks for Hunsberger.
That's a great shot in that replay where that you just see how that ball drops down in the zone, out of the zone actually. Starts out in and then drops out.
Yeah, most hitters, even though this is varsity or senior level, a lot of guys are going to elect with fastball there. Hunsberger made a great pitch. Braden Erickson 0 for 2, showing bunts and taking back for strike 1. Erickson, the catcher for Carpetland, came into the game leading the team with 46 runs driven in and 6 hits in 4 games in the state tournament. Erickson did have a single and couldn't hold up his swing there, and down in the count 1-2. Erickson struck out in the first, flew out to center in the 3rd. Hunsberger with the 1-2 pitch, up high, 2-2. We've seen the current third baseman, Austin McMurtry, loosening up on multiple occasions in the bullpen. You got to figure he would be the next arm here momentarily. Hunsberger's 2-strike pitch, called strike 3. Froze him with a fastball in the outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hunsberger.
Yeah, just kind of swept that outside corner. And boy, he's made some big pitches here in this inning.
As the Carpetland bullpen, Keith Canuck is getting up and loose for the Rugs. And now it's Bryson Rhodes. This fifth inning today is brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones at Sartor Heyman. Big swing and a miss. Bryson Rhodes, we told you about the power that he has, and this is an incredible line for him. 59 hits in 59 games, averaging a hit per game this summer.
That works.
A 407 average, I'll say so. 0-2 up high and away. Rhodes still looking for his first hits in this game. Did have a single and a couple of strikeouts in the first game. Hunsberger trying to end his night off with a courageous effort. It's up high. That was pitch number 101. So he is approaching the maximum of 105. Two count with the bases empty. Lays off the breaking ball, and Rhodes has now worked it full. So Hunsberger was way ahead 0-2, and now it's 3-2. Got him swinging. He finishes him off and strikes out the side. How about Sam Hunsberger coming back from a rough start with 3 strikeouts to end his night and to keep his team in the game?
Gutsy performance.
He struts off the mound. It is still Carpetland in front 5-3 as we've got 2 innings left to play in Grand Island. Be back in a moment. You're watching NCN Sports.
Select new Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4s now with low 3.9% APR financing for 72 months, along with hassle-free pricing every day. Employee Pricing Plus at Midway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Kearney or MidwayCDJR.com.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
This broadcast is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu and discover your path to possible.
Five to 3 your score in the Class A Senior Legion State Baseball Championship in Grand Island, Ryder Park, home of the Grand Island Senior High baseball team and Grand Island summer teams. In the top of the 6th to lead things off, it's Connor Werdeman. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Werdeman 0 for 2 today. They line out to first and a fly out to right. Pitch down and away and still on the mound is Grayson Bjorkman for Carpetland. He's pitched 5 innings, gave up a 2-run double. That's a long ball to left field. That's going to get over the head of the left fielder and bounce to the wall in a couple of hops. Werdeman racing towards second, and he will make it standing with a lead-off double.
Well, I'd say that one thing you can say about Equitable Bank is that they're not going away. You know, they fell behind, but they're battling back, doing exactly what you need to do to get back in this game. That's a big-time hit by Werdeman. Great way to start this inning, and only down 2 runs, tying run at the plate.
That instant replay brought to you by Mead Lumber, making you feel at home from design to finish. Even the pitch location on that, too, it looked like that was up and in. Lots of times you're going to get jammed and pop that up to the shortstop, but the fact that he crushed that over the head of Bryson Rhodes. And the tying run comes to the plates in this top of the 6th inning. As the visiting team, Equitable Bank only has 2 more at-bats remaining if they will continue to trail. Time is called. They're going to get a courtesy runner out at second base for Equitable Bank. Coming on is Kyle Ferry. And And he will replace the left fielder Werdeman to run at second. So now at the dish, going to go with, looks like this is a Sam Hunsberger pitching now, and he's going to take over the spot of Cam Schmeekley. So the pitcher now becomes the designated hitter in the batting lineup. Swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. So Hunsberger did not have an at-bat in the first game. In 37 games in the field, a .341 average with 28 hits. He is 3 for 9 in 3 games at the plate this state tournament. 0-1, a soft shot to second base, and it's caught. Scampering back to second is the courtesy runner Ferry as Hunsberger lazily pops out. Today's game is brought to you in part by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com. First out here in the top of the 6th brings up Austin McMurtry, the third baseman. Bjorkman now at 75 pitches through 5 1/3 on the mound. But he spikes that fastball, and a runner will move up to third. It's not quite the tying run, but every little bit helps.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Equitable Bank does not want to waste Werdeman getting that leadoff double. You got, especially at this stage of the game, you've got to be able to score him. Now, a mistake by Carpetland allows Werdeman to third base. Again, this is you've got to come through if you're going to win a game like this. You've got to have the big hit or be able to bring him home.
McMurtry with a hit in this contest. He is 1 for 2. Foul ball out of play to the right side. So we are now at 9:15 Central Time. Getting late here in Grand Island. Teams trying to finish strong. Who wants to match up with Lincoln Southwest in the Class A state playoff? 1-1. Ground ball to first. They step on first for the out throw. Home. Double play.
Wow.
Unbelievable by Carpetland. Kalai Larson steps on the base and throws out Ferry trying to score.
What is that, a 3-2 double play?
A 3 unassisted double play. You see the replay. McMurtry, a half swing there. Steps on first. Wings it home. The tag applied in plenty of time by Braden Erickson. And a huge blow there to the Equitable Bank offense as they will not score the leadoff double. 5-3 as Carpetlands will go for some insurance in the 6th in the final couple of innings. You're watching NCN Sports.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports for more highlights, interviews, rankings, and our full schedule.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
It is the bottom of the 6th inning. You are watching the Class A National Division State Legion Baseball Championship game. And we're getting another look at that last play to end the threat in the top of the 6th inning. Step on first, throw out at home, and how about that? The catcher, Braden Erickson, didn't even have to let go of the mask, too. That's how cool that play was. Austin McMurtry is on for Equitable Bank, and he will come on in relief of Sam Hunsberger, who ends up pitching 5 courageous innings, even though he allows 5 runs. Able to keep his team in the game just enough. At this point last game, it was already a 4-run lead and then ended up becoming a 6-run lead for Carpetland.
That was a monster double play there.
Lewis Cockle, the first batter, pitches upstairs, and for McMurtry, his 13th appearance for Equitable Bank this summer, 29 innings pitched, a 3.38 ERA, 10 walks, 19 strikeouts, and a 4-0 record. Of course, right now, Hunsberger, the pitcher of record, and Bjorkman, the pitcher for Carpet Lands. 2-2 pitch to Cockle, just a bit outside.
You go back to that double play. Those are plays that win championships. Plays like that. I mean,
absolutely.
Big time play.
We will definitely have that. Foul tip into the midst, strikeouts by Cockle, and we'll definitely have that on our top plays tonight, which you'll have to stick around for after the conclusion of this game. Our top plays are brought to you by Currency.
That's 4 straight strikeouts Carpetland has had at the plate.
A big swing and a miss by Trevor Roach. That was Sam Hunsberger striking out the side back in the 5th in his final inning of work. His final line, 5 innings, 3 hits, 5 runs, 5 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Got in a lot of trouble early, so he was at 50 pitches after 2 innings, so he's able to pitch 3 more innings in 50 pitches.
I thought he battled. Maybe he didn't have his best game of the season, but I thought he pitched courageously, especially after falling behind.
1-1 pitch that is out of play and back to the screen. So Lincoln East Carpetland is trying to win yet another Class A State Legion Championship game. That is called strike 3 on Trevor Roach. 5 straight strikeouts for Equitable Bank pitchers.
McMurtry coming in and taking up, doing the same thing that
He will absolutely take another one of those.
Hunsberger did.
Pitch is called a strike to the top of the order in Brody McIntyre. Lincoln East Carpetland bidding for their 2nd championship in the past 3 years. They went 0-2 in last year's tournaments, which was very surprising to a lot of people. Down low and away. McIntyre up for the 4th time tonight. A pair of walks and runs scored and a flyout. That's up the middle, ranging over as Jansen scoops it up, sets and throws in time for the out. 3 up and 3 down. So another 0 is posted by Equitable Bank, but they will need at least 2 to keep this game going. We head to the 7th inning. Carpetland is 3 outs away from claiming the Class A National Division State Championship.
This is Nebraska, and so is this. News Channel Nebraska's mission is to connect everyone in Nebraska, urban and rural. Because when people in Palisade understand what happens in Grand Island, and when people in Scotts Bluff get to share their story with the people of Niobrara, we become one Nebraska. This is Nebraska, and this is home.
When you're proud of the community you live in, taking care of the people in it isn't a job, it's an honor. At John Henry's, we take pride in being relied upon by the great people of Lincoln and the surrounding areas. A hard day's work means a happy customer, and making happy customers has been our goal all along. A team of expert plumbers, drain specialists, and HVAC professionals, dedicated to finding solutions for our customers. Because for us, a successful day ends with a handshake and a smile. John Henry's, our family serving yours.
Strike 1 in the first batter of the 7th inning, Charlie Rieselman. Carpetland is 3 outs away from winning both games. They needed to win to force this last game. It's now on the brink of back-to-back victories to keep their season going. Pitch is called a strike on the outside corner as Rieselman Quickly with a 0-2 count, it is Grayson Bjorkman trying for the complete game here. The wind and the delivery. Check swing, did he go? He did not. Base umpire Corey Oldrich said he held up. Very, very close.
Yeah, that was very close. I think I like Oldrich's decision there. I think that was right on the border, but you hate to ring a guy up in the seventh inning on a very close play.
Still 1-2. Breaking ball, that's good enough for strike 3. Rieselman caught looking, and Bjorkman sets him down on strikes. Now can the Equitable Bank top of the lineup come through here? Another look at it on our Beatrice Community Hospital replay. Just got into the top of the zone. Here is Bjorkman, stoic, staring in for the sign, and dumps in a breaking ball for strike 1. Keegan Drever trying to spark a 7th inning rally. Equitable Bank needs 2. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And the way Bjorkman's pitching, he might just set down the side here.
Yeah.
Stick around. Our player of the game will be introduced after the game as well, which is brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, your healing destination. Got him swinging strike 3. Throw down to first required. They got him. 2 up and 2 down for Bjorkman. Lincoln East Carpet Land 1 out away from overcoming the odds, losing their very first game in this state tournament.
Yeah, that's tough to do, Ryan. It's tough to lose that first game and then make it all the way back.
Popped up, but out of play. Jake Jansen needs to find something on base. Otherwise, this one is over. Jansen has been asked to bunt twice in this game. Pitch from Bjorkman down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jake Jansen, arguably the team's best hitter. He's got the most this summer. 1-1 pitch, right in there for strike 2 on the inside corner. 1 strike away. Grayson Bjorkman trying to send Carpet Lands further up high. Won't be that pitch.
Maybe a little adrenaline on that pitch.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm probably sticking nothing with fastballs here and emptying the tank right here. Bjorkman looking for the complete game. 2-2. Check swing, check down to third, and no swing. According to the third base umpire, Tim Higgins, and now the count will run 3-2.
Big pitch in this game.
Equitable Bank season on the line. Could this be the end? The 3-2 from Carpet Lands. Fouled back. The tension builds with every pitch.
Yeah, you can kind of feel it here. It felt like Carpet Land was going to cruise, and they might still get out of this 3 up, 3 down, but a walk or a base hit here, and the tying run comes to the plate.
The claps are on from the Carpet Land fans. Popped up and playable. Shallow center. Who wants it? It is the second baseman making the catch. Yes, indeed. McIntyre makes the grab. Carpet Land wins both elimination games as they defeat Equitable Bank 5-3. They're off to the Class A season. The final playoff game against Lincoln Southwest. A little bit of theatrics at the end. Brody McIntyre makes the play. 3 up and 3 down. And you got to feel for these Equitable Bank seniors. Their season comes to a heartbreaking end as they fall in their final 2 contests of the year. Lincoln East Carpet Land 5-3 is your winner. And look at the box score there. 7 hits compared to 3 hits. Elkhorn North had the advantage, but it is still Lincoln East coming out on top. They win the Class A state championship national division for the second time and 3 years. But don't go anywhere. After the break, we have our player and coach of the game, and then we will have our top plays. It is Carpetlands facing Lincoln Southwest in the further part of the postseason. We'll be back from Ryder Park in Grand Island. 5-3, your final once again.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy. This broadcast is brought to you by Platte Valley Auto. With our vast selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, exceptional car care, and custom service, you won't find a reason to visit any other dealership. And by Nutrien. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
When you're proud of the community you live in, taking care of the people in it isn't a job, it's an honor. At John Henry's, we take pride in being relied upon by the great people of Lincoln and the surrounding areas. A hard day's work means a happy customer, and making happy customers has been our goal all along. A team of expert plumbers, drain specialists, and HVAC professionals, dedicated to finding solutions for our customers. Because for us, a successful day ends with a handshake and a smile. John Henry's, our family serving yours.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
If you love live sports, you'll love News Channel Nebraska. Live sports from every region of the state. Football, volleyball, basketball, baseball, soccer, bowling, and even six-man football. If Nebraska kids play it, we air it. Small-town high schools with big hometown pride. Support local kids, support local schools, support Nebraska. Watch NCN Sports every week. This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Strength meets style in your new vehicle from Woodhouse GMC. Whether you're towing, traveling, or tackling the everyday, we've got the inventory and the deals to get you moving. Shop our current offers and experience the power, precision, and performance of GMC. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to NebraskaOrtho.com. That's NebraskaOrtho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
This broadcast is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu and discover your path to possible. NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports for more highlights, interviews, rankings, and our full schedule.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Whether you're rolling up in a semi, pulling a horse trailer, heading to the lake with your boat, or just cruising in a car or motorcycle, Speedy Mart is your stop. Fuel up fast, grab your favorite snacks, stretch out with plenty of parking, and step inside for a roomy store and friendly faces. And hey, teams love it before and after the game. Speedy Mart convenience stores, fueled for every road.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy. This broadcast is brought to you by Platte Valley Auto. With our vast selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, exceptional car care, and custom service, you won't find a reason to visit any other dealership. And by Nutrien. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
Did you know that Teammates Mentoring is the largest school-based mentoring program in the nation? But we still need your help. Over 500 students are waiting for a mentor like you. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them to reach their full potential. So what are you waiting for? Head over to teammates.org today to learn more about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
It's the thrill, the hope, the long shots, and the turnovers. The big hits, the kills, the dunks, the strikes, the surprises, the joy, and the heartbreak. And that's why NCN Sports bring you more than 200 live games every year. News Channel Nebraska. This is home.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Well, it was a long night here, and you needed the Carpet Land team here to win 2 ball games to advance to the championship game against Lincoln Southwest. And when the smoke cleared, it's the Rugs, the Carpet Land Rugs from Lincoln East. They get it done. I'm joined now by player of the game, Dele Ojolate. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay, close enough. Dele, I got to ask you, first of all, what are your emotions there? You guys had to come all the way from the losers bracket to start this, and you make it all the way, you win the championship.
Yeah, I was a little bit of nerves, but I mean, we work hard all summer for this. We're prepared, so yeah, just execute.
The National League Championship, I should say, the National Division. One of the plays you made out there was a ball that looked like it was going to maybe find that gap, and you just ran it down. How are you able to make such sterling defensive plays?
I've always had pretty good speed. Like my dad was fast when he was younger, and then I did track for a little bit. So yeah, it's just I like to use my speed out there in center.
When we talk about speed, how about on the base pads? We didn't see you steal a whole lot of bases, but you were able to make plays, whether it's off errors, just getting on the base pads and creating havoc. Is that kind of your calling card?
Yeah. I usually like to steal a lot of bases, but we were playing a little more conservative because the pitch was kind of fast to the plate, so didn't want to get out stealing a base.
Well, I'm saving the best for last. Offensively, I think you had four runs scored, 3 RBIs in the 2 games, 3 hits, and you were on base 5 times. Other than that, you didn't do much. How are you able to get on base? What's the key to just finding ways to get on base?
I try to find my pitch. I try to, when I get behind in counts, I kind of think a lot. So I try to get my pitch early and then hop on it.
Well, Dele, you played a great game. You played a great couple of games. Congratulations on being our player of the game and certainly being on the National Division champs.
Thank you.
It's Dele Ojelate. Let's get Coach Lonick in here. Coach, let me ask you your emotions here. You've had so much success recently, but last year you didn't have a great tournament down here. This year, again, you come from the loser's bracket. You lose to Creighton Prep in the first game. Have to come all the way here, and you found a way to do it. How are you feeling, and how proud are you of this team?
Yeah, I think that's just the emotion I have is just a lot of pride. We have really, really tough kids at Lincoln East, and they represent Carpet Land by playing their tails off. So really proud of them and super happy for them to be successful tonight.
Young man's happy here too. Talk about the pitching. We'll go all the way back to that the first game with Jack Oler and how well he pitched, and then Bjorkman he just stepped in there and he had a couple rough innings, but boy, he finished strong. Talk about those guys.
Yeah, we kind of made a decision to get Jack out early. It was a 1-0 game versus Prep, and we got him out so he could be available for today. And we just told Jack, you got to keep getting your work in case we make it. We got to keep getting your work in. And every day he was out here getting his sprints in and doing his arm care. So for him to come out and give us 5 2/3 of 1-run ball and short rest was exactly what we needed. It was a really, really good start by a senior. I think it moved his record to 11-0. So he was incredible. And then Grayson is just a competitor. There was a couple of times we thought about going to the bullpen, but that kid's just a competitor. And when you have your best competitor on the mound in the biggest game, you'll take your chances.
Well, how good was Dele in this tournament and certainly in these 2 games today?
Yeah, the kid's an elite player, but what makes him so special is he has an elite work ethic. He practices really hard, he trains, and he's just gotten better and better and better. So awesome to see him just relax and play and compete. And he was outstanding every day this week.
How big was that double play in that 6th inning? That was an elite play. That's a championship level play.
Yeah, we talk a lot of East about, we want shortstops all over the field, and that's what Kalai is he's a shortstop, and he's kind of moved over to first base this year because we have a, Division I commit playing shortstop, but he'll be our shortstop in the future, and you can see why. He has elite instincts. He plays with incredible freedom. He's not afraid to make mistakes, and as soon as that ball was hit, his instincts just took over. That was one of the better plays I've seen an East player make, and that was at a huge moment, so incredible play by Kalai.
We got a familiar foe coming up here in the championship game. Capital City will be well represented. Lincoln Southwest, what's your take on them, and what's it going to take to beat those guys?
Well, they're just an incredibly talented team with a really good coaching staff, but I think it just hopefully lets everybody take a step back and look at how far Lincoln baseball's come. I think from 2006 when Southwest went to the World Series until 2023, I don't think a Lincoln East team had won a Legion state tournament. So for us to have 2 teams playing in the finals is just a representation of the kids in Lincoln, the youth programs in Lincoln, how our kids have developed, and it's going to be fun. They're a great team, and we're excited to play.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a big win, and good luck as you move forward here in postseason.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's head coach Michael Lonick. The Carpet Land Lincoln East team, they get to win the first game 7-1, 5-3 in the winner-take-all game. They are the National Division champions. Ryan, let's go back to you.
Thank you, Lou. And once again, congratulations to Carpet Land Lincoln East on 2 very well-earned victories tonight over the Elkhorn North Legion seniors. They end their season at 35-20-1. Lincoln East Carpet Land improves to 47-9-1, and they will fight for at least a couple more games in the Class A playoff against Lincoln Southwest, and they'll be off to a regional tournament no matter what. Now it's time to bring you our top plays tonight once again, which are brought to you by Currency. If your business needs financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers, all you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com. Well, this day started off with Lincoln East Carpetland needing to win 2 games. They did get the win in game number 1, so either team a chance to advance to the Class A state playoff with a win in this one. Equitable Bank and Carpetland out of Elkhorn North and Lincoln East respectively. And what Carpetland has been doing so good all tournament is getting on the board early in the first inning. They did exactly that. A big error at shortstop ends up plating the 2 runs in the first inning. McIntyre and our player of the game, Delay Ajalate, come in to score as Lincoln East scored first in the first inning in 5 of their 6 games. But Elkhorn North would not go down without a fight. They tried to score a run late in the second inning. What a throw on the single down to the plate. Outfield assist from Bryson Rhodes. Braden Erickson applies the tag to keep it at that point a 2-0 game. And here is Mr. Player of the game. Ajalate lines a single into right field, and that would score another run on an RBI in the second inning. Coming home on the play, Lewis Cockle. After 2 innings, it was Carpetland up pretty noticeably 4-0. And that would have been their case all for the past 4 games, outscoring opponents by almost 30 runs. Then a line drive down the right field line as Carter McPeak lines that into the corner. They had 2 RBI doubles in the games. He was on fire at the plate with a pair of extra base hits. Elkhorn North Equitable Bank would finally get on the board in the third inning. That's Quincy Grabenstein to second. The throw cut off, and that throw cut off might have allowed the run to score there. 4-1. Equitable Bank not done yet as they just trail by 3. Grayson Bjorkman gave up his first run. Now with him still on the mound, little bloop shot by Ian Christo, and Mr. Ajalate, how do you do, sir? Sliding catch into left center to rob Christo of a base hit and to keep it at a 4-1 contest. Now later in the ball game, Carter McPeak told you about his 1 RBI double. How about another out of the reach of the center fielder and all the way to the wall? Ajalate with his great speed comes all the way around from first base to score, and that would make it a 5-1 game. Elkhorn North down by 4 rather, and now looking to make it a little bit less. They do so. Deep shot to left field, gets near to the wall. Ethan Asmus started in game 1 as the pitcher, and he comes through with a 2 RBI double. That cut the deficit in half to make it 5-3 in the 5th inning. So that was Elkhorn North trying to get back into the game, and how about this double play to snuff out a rally in the 6th? Ground ball to first, step on the bag 1, throw him out at home 2, a double play, and that really sucked the life out of Elkhorn North. Carpetland with a stellar defensive play in that one to get the double play and leave Elkhorn North scoreless, and it was a quiet 7th inning for Elkhorn North. The final batter of the game, popping it up into shallow center. Not an easy play, and surprised to see the second baseman ending up making that catch, Brody McIntyre, but he does. And for the second time in 3 years, the Carpetland Rugs are the Class A state champions as they will go to a Class A state playoff this Saturday in Lincoln against their in-city arch rival, Lincoln Southwest. Those top plays once again brought to you by Currency. 5-3 is the final score. It's been a lot of fun for baseball this summer. And, of course, we're going to transition over to football in a few weeks with high schools. You can visit us online at newschannelnebraska.com. Visit our sports tab to find our next broadcast. Or you can visit us on X at NCN Sports and find out the latest highlights, player of the game interviews, which we'll have those posted there if you missed them tonight. Carpetland player of the game and coach of the game, and plus these highlights on our websites. It's been a lot of fun with these 2 games in Grand Island. I'm Ryan Valento. We appreciate the help of Lou Siefker, and then our producer, Danny Alvarado, back in the truck, and, of course, all the guys and the camera gals on the crew today. It wouldn't be possible without them, and, of course, a huge thank you to all of our sponsors. Ryan Valento signing off on this Wednesday night from Grand Island, from Ryder Park. Have a good one, and we'll see you next time.